Hello everyone. Today, as you can see, well, here I'm creating a Gatsby theme Instagram, as you can see here, of course. Haha. But I'm gonna record myself creating another component that I will be adding to this theme. That is just the symbol card. So what I'm trying to replicate is this right here. So this card right here, you can see that it's been added the likes, also the username, and there's like some other things right here. I might just keep it as simple as possible with the caption and the username and the avatar. Let's see what the API gift gave me or give me. So let's just dive into it. Here, you know what? Let me just push this code because this is the grid component. Grid component plus docs added plus docs. That's it. Okay, so now let's just start. So what I need here is another component in my theme. Let me just close everything here. All the theme, I have source components. So these are the components that I'm gonna add to my theme. I'm gonna add a card component. And in order, I want people to also uh, change the actual API or GraphQL query for this component. So that's why in this grid component, you see that I'm using a custom hook, use grid query. So this is also something that I'm exporting in my theme, so you can shadow, so you can do shadowing on this query too. And you can see here that I have hooks and I have the query here, and you can just shadow it and do whatever you want, put more data, and also you might need to shadow the grid component, but it will work as it is. If you pass likes, it will render the likes. If you pass comments too, if you don't pass anything, it will not render anything in the actual grid card that is here. You see that I have this conditional. If there's likes, I'll render the likes string. If there's comments, I will render the comments. Let me just turn this off because I don't want no one to disturb. Okay. So let's just go to it. I have the card, and also I'm gonna create my use card query.js. So these components, I can just come here, copy and paste. Of course, I'm just gonna remove this query right here. Also add that. So I need to add the query here, and the card I can just create a simple one. Import React from React and function card. That's it. Return. I'm gonna return just p my card right now. So export default card, and also well, you know what? I'm lazy, so I'm gonna just I'm gonna do this. Directly export the function, and here, oh, I have it over here. Good. So what else I need to do? I need to go to my index file in the theme and export those two. So I'm gonna do export default as card, because I'm exporting this component as a default export. I need to name it from source components and card. Good. And also export default as use card query from source hooks use card query. Okay. I think I might just delete the default export. But for now, this is like the convention that a lot of people uses. So I'm gonna use that. That's fine. I can change that later. It doesn't matter. So let's just go to the code and see how this is working. So I can do the yarn. You know what? I'm gonna remove cache first. Demo dot cache, and then I can just do, let me just bump this a little bit so you can see better. Huh, there you go. So full screen yarn workspace demo develop. So it's going to be running. And then let's see how that's going to work. I forgot to put my timer. Damn it. Okay, let me just try to put one now, so I will know this video will not be too much time. Timer. No, so much. There you go. Okay, so there's use card query is there's an error, of course, because I don't have anything in that component. Let's see. Use card query is export default use grid query, but what's happened? Module error. Maybe, okay, so maybe there's an error here. I need to put something, I don't know. So you know what, let's just go and remove that first. I'm gonna comment. No, I'm gonna comment everything, and also gonna comment that line, and then I can just run again. So I'll have it running, and then I can go to GraphQL and create a query. Okay, it's running. So I can just go, actually no, I don't want to go here, I want to come here. If I run this again, yeah, it is working, but I'm more interested in coming here. So let me just bump this a little bit so you can see. Let me see if you see properly. Okay, good. So here, the Instagram, the Gatsby source Instagram gives me two main objects here, two main like query types, Insta node and all Insta node. So this is to get a list. This is to get one item. So I guess this will be the simplest way to get an item. You pass an ID, and then you can render the whole thing. So I can get username, liked, comments, type, preview, original, media type, caption ID, whatever. Well, you may name it, right? You can read too. So also I'm gonna add the local file, but because the fragments does not work here in GraphQL, the Gatsby fragments, I'm just gonna use the fragments in Gatsby. So this seems to work, so I'm gonna just copy that and paste that here. Here. So yeah, I can just remove that, use card query, I can uncomment everything. Well, yeah, and paste this here. So I can just do format. No. Yeah, format, and go here again and format. Okay, but I need to make sure this is a variable. I need to maybe dig a little bit into the Gatsby docs to get that. So now I need to render this card. So let me just go to the demo, source, pages, index, MDX, and I'm gonna render also the card from theme Instagram, and then this is gonna be, you know, grid, and here it's gonna be card, and I can just do card, and I need to pass an ID. So ID equals, this is not gonna do anything, but for now I'm just gonna put hello. Later I will put proper ID. So this should work. So let's see if that works. If I render here, I'm rendering my card. Awesome, but that doesn't give me any data. So let's come here and use that query. So let me just go to the actual grid and copy myself to return that. So if I go to card again, I can just import use card query from hooks use card query. So I can come here and say const data use equals to use card query, and then here I can just return you know what, I'm gonna return a JSON stringify so we can see the data. JSON stringify data. So if I come back, it's gonna blow up. Yes. The result of this static query could not be fetched. This is like the Gatsby, bringing Gatsby, refreshing the page. Why is that? Return use static query, GraphQL. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop here, and then I'm gonna create another part to actually render and create this query properly, because it's been 12 minutes. Or you know what, just wait here. I'm gonna stop and get this working, and I'm gonna come back. See you in a bit.